So, this morning I want to talk about the unemployment crisis that is going on in this country right now. They fired the fifth person from the Bureau of Labor and Statistics and put in one of Donald Trump's henchmen, and ever since then we can't get any numbers out, right? Recently I heard some numbers for September that unemployment is at like 4.2%. I know that is not true, right? Unemployment at this time could be upwards of 10%, believe it or not. All right. Counting all the federal workers that got fired by Elon Musk and Doge and whatever you call it, there's a lot of suffering going on right now that is being covered up by this administration. I don't know if you know it, if anyone noticed, but we're not getting any numbers out, right? I saw another report that child care has gotten so high that single parents and parents of two kids have to quit their jobs to stay home because child care costs more than rent. You're not hearing about these things, right? Because the news media is complicit. They're terrified of getting sued. And the other thing is that a whole bunch of the media is being swallowed up by the right. Even CNN has gone under. You're not hearing anything about it. CBS and Paramount, the person who's running that company, that woman who's running that company, is an Israeli. And I had stayed away from funny. I'm talking about the Israelis, and I'm in Palm Beach, where there's a large concentration of Israeli. I have Israeli friends, okay, and I shouldn't say Israeli, and I shouldn't really just say Jews, because the original Jewish people are not the people of Israel right now. And I have Israeli friends who don't agree with a whole bunch of stuff that is going on right now. That's a side note. That's a whole other story. But I am concerned about the lack of information coming out of this administration, and we may not get any more information going forward, right? See what happened recently with the files they're voting on getting the files released and stuff like that. Donald Trump literally got neutered because he had to come out and say that he's in favor of releasing the files, which it doesn't take any genius to realize that that's not true, because he fought tooth and nail to try not to get those files released for months. They didn't need a congressional approval to release the files. He could have done it on his own, right? And he's getting real desperate. And I don't know if y'all see what I see, but things are getting scary because this man is getting alone. He's getting alone. The Republicans are, if they have not moved away from him as yet, they will. Okay, Marjorie Taylor Greene made a smart move. Thomas Massie made a smart move. They see what's coming. Okay, and they got off that train just in time. They saw that blue wave that just got swept through Virginia, New Jersey, and other places. All right. What I'm terrified of also is this man using the military. That's the only reason why Pete Hegseth is the Secretary of the Defense, calling it Secretary of War, like some dumb shit. That's the only reason. He got no skills. He's not intelligent. Nothing. He's just willing to use the military on American soil. All right? I hear Nick Fuentes say something, and for the first time, I agree with something that he said. And I know that it's desperation why he said it. He said the liberals and the centrists, people on the right who have the same ideas, should come together against AIPAC and the Jewish meddling in American society, and put America first and work on America first policies and move away from Trumpism. And I totally agree. But it takes a large coalition of people to do that. And that needs to happen. I thought about the 25th Amendment, but Donald Trump knew what he was doing when he was selecting his cabinet. He selected loyalists and people who would never go against him. Because I honestly think that there are serious secrets out there about Donald Trump. Because when he went broke in the late 80s, 90s, and the banks wouldn't lend money to him, only the Russians would. What did he have to do to get that money from the Russians? I hear them saying recently that he gave a blowjob to Bubba. Who the fuck is Bubba? And that shit may sound like a joke. And maybe giving blowjob to Bubba is just a code word. I want to find out exactly what that's about. Some people may be just brushing it off as, you know, they're just trying to say hurtful things about Trump. Some people is saying, yeah, he gave blowjob to a man. I don't fucking know what it is, but there's something there. There's some there, and I want to know what it's about, because this man is not creating policies to benefit the American people. This man run on stopping forever wars, and he's starting wars all over the place. Was talking about he won a Nobel Peace Prize. What, for being used up by Netanyahu and Putin? Anyways, that's my 2 cents for today.